Morning, guys. This morning I am here at the garage and I'm going to be doing a damn it. Try again. Good morning, guys. This morning I'm here at the garage and I'm going to be doing Good morning, guys. This morning I am here at the garage. I'm going to be doing a little wrenching on my bike. I'm going to be changing out that wimpy stock horn for something a little more powerful. This morning I am doing a little mod to my 2015 Honda Shadow Phantom 750. I'm going to be changing out the factory horn on it, beefing it up with a little bit of something. I went with the Denali Sound Bomb Horn, and this is a wiring harness that comes separately. Now this horn will run you about $50. The wiring harness will run you about $27. I think this is going to be worth the money just to save me a little bit of time. Before I get started, I'm going to show you what this wimpy stock horn sounds like. One more time. Pretty bad, so let's beef it up. Alright, so the first thing I need to do is remove this side panel and remove 3 bolts and take the seat off so that I can get to the battery. So I'm going to do that. This just pops off of here. Alright, set that out of the way. And then I've got 1 bolt on each side of the seat and 1 on the back that I need to remove. That loose. Alright, so I'm going to put my hand here on this bumper so that I don't scratch it, just in case something slips. That loosened up. That was easy. Alright, so now I'm going to take the seat off. There we go. Set that out of the way. See what I gotta have here to take this battery loose. Alright. Get that wiggled out of there. There we go. Alright, so now I've got it to where I can get to the battery. And next I'm gonna take the factory horn off the front of it and see what else we need to do. So I got a bolt here at the bottom. That loosened up. Alright. And then I've got 2 of the plugs at the top that have to be removed. So now my horn is off. This is what the factory horn looks like, and this is what the Denali Sound Bomb looks like. You can see there is a considerable size difference. Now what I had to do was take the bracket off of the old horn and mount it on here so that I can place this back in the factory position. Now I have held this up here and I've turned my wheel to make sure that I have plenty of fender clearance in between there, and I do. So now I'm going to move on to the wiring. Okay, so I've got my wiring harness. This end goes to the battery. This is the relay box that came with the Denali Sound Bomb Horn. And then on the other end I've got a couple of different wires. One goes to the factory horn harness and the other one goes to the Denali Sound Bomb. Now I'm not going to make you guys watch me route this, but I just wanted to say that $27 for a wiring harness may sound like a lot, but it is professionally made and it's going to save me a lot of time. So I've got my wiring harness started. What I've done is I've gone up underneath the fuel tank and over the top of these plastic engine covers, just to be sure that the wiring is not touching anything hot on the engine. And I have taken my power probe and I've tested these circuits to see which one is power and which one is ground. And I've marked the power one with a little bit of yellow nail polish. Okay, so next I'm going to disconnect the battery, and there's a couple of important things you need to know before you disconnect your battery. Okay, you should always start with the negative side. That way if your wrench slips and comes around and hits more metal, it won't arc or spark or cause any damage. So I'm going to get this loose. And then you need to lift this up and out of the way so that the metal is not touching the metal before you go to the positive side. Alright, same thing on this side. You want to move this away. Okay, so I've got my battery connected up. Now I'm going to move over here to the wiring harness. So as you can see, I've got everything plugged into the stock harness, and I'm going to go and plug this in to my Denali Sound Bomb now. So the orange cable is going to the positive side, and then the black one goes to the negative. All right. And we're going to give it a little sound test. Turn on my key. Woo, it's loud. All right. Now let's get it mounted into place. All right, so I've got it all mounted up. I'm going to tighten it down. Okay, and we'll turn my wheel and show you guys the clearance underneath here. So as you can see, there's plenty of clearance. Alright, next thing I gotta tuck in all this wiring, get everything buttoned up and looking great again. Alright, I've got my battery cover back on, I've got my wiring all tucked in, I've got it zip tied up out of the way. I'm gonna grab my seat and put my seat back on and my cover plate. Gotta make sure nothing's pinching up underneath there. Everything looks good, lines up good. Before I tighten that on down, we'll go ahead and grab my other two bolts and get them started. You always want to start your bolts with your fingers, that way you don't cross thread anything. That one's started. got those started. Alright, so the seat's back on. I've just got to pop on my little plastic cover on this side and we'll be all finished. Alright, all buttoned up and ready to go. Now we're going to test that horn. Alright guys, that's how you install a new horn on your motorcycle. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.